Hello everyone. Today we are going to talk about characteristics of living being. Now you all come across around a number of objects every day. Okay, may it be a plant, dog, chair, table, car, cycle, many things you come across. There are many people around you. Yes. So all these things are alike. Are they all same to each other? Are they similar to each other? No. They have a basic difference between them, that is, some objects are living and some objects are non-living. So, in this particular chapter, we are going to talk about the characteristics of living being. So, the characteristics of living being are cellular organization, nutrition, growth, excretion, reproduction, respiration, movement, response to change and life cycle. Okay, so these are the different characteristics that we will come across in this particular chapter. So the first characteristic which we are going to talk about is cellular organization. Now, as we have said already that all the organism, may it be a living organism or a non-living organism, the basic difference is that some of them have certain characters and non-living things do not have them. So we will even see the difference between both of them. Now, cellular organization, when we are talking about, we all know that living organisms are made up of cell. Now, for example, if a wall is there, if a construction of house is going on, a wall is being made which is made up of bricks. So here, while making the wall, the bricks act like a building block. When many bricks come together and are piled together, they form up a wall. So the same way, non-living things are also made up of the building blocks like atoms and molecules. When these atoms and molecules come together, they form a non-living object. May it be any object, may a chair, a table, any object is being formed from atoms and molecules. But when we are talking about living organism is made up of a building block known as cell. Why? Because this cell is a functional unit. It carries out all the functions inside a living being. Okay, so here in the slide you can see that the basic building block is cell. When many cells come together, they form up tissues. When many tissues come together, it forms organ. When many organs come together, it forms organ system. And when your organ system comes together, it forms an organism. Now, it may be any organism, not only human beings, but it may be a small fly, any insect, a dog, cat, or a human being. It can be any organism. All of them will have cell as their basic building block. Okay, but the only difference is the number of cell differs in each organism. We even have a small organism which can have one cell present in it, and that single cell performs all the different kind of function in the organism. So such kind of organism which has only one cell present in it is known as unicellular organism, whereas the organism which has many cells present in it is known as multicellular organism. So we human being are multicellular organisms. Okay, we have different kind of cells, different organs to carry out different functions. We do not have only a single cell or a single organ performing all the different kind of functions. Okay, so you all know that there are different organ systems inside our body, like digestive system. It only performs the function of digestion. Circulatory system, we have certain organs which comes together and performs the function of circulation of blood. So the same way, each organ does a particular work or has a particular function. Okay, so all of you have understood what is cellular organization. Then the next characteristic of human being is nutrition. Now you are all well aware of we need energy. Yes, we all need energy to do different kind of work during the whole day. So for that you need to eat. So the food that we take in to get energy and to grow our body organ is known as nutrition. So where do we get this? We get this food from different sources like plants and animals. But we all are aware that plants can make their own food and therefore they are known as autotroph. So photosynthesis is the process by which they can make their own food. So that's the way of gaining nutrition of plants. But animals and human beings or other organisms on the earth surface, those who cannot make their own food, they are dependent on plant for their nutrition. Okay, so indirectly or directly we are dependent on the plant for our nutrition. Then the next characteristic is respiration. Now you all know that we carry out respiration every day. Yes, we cannot think of without respiring. Okay, this is a process in which we take in oxygen and give out carbon dioxide. But it is not just taking in oxygen and giving out carbon dioxide, but the oxygen which we take in is utilized for carrying out different functions or breaking down the food and gaining energy from it is the respiration process. Okay, now this respiration process is being done by different organs in different organisms. Okay, in human beings it's being done by lungs. Lung is an organ which is used for respiration. In fish, gills are being used. In plants, stomata is an opening present beneath the leaf, at the underside of the leaf, which carries out the process of respiration.